Morning guys, would you Adam and believe it? We're outside the Adam and Eve in Norwich, or one of the oldest pubs, is that correct, Tina?
The oldest pub in Norwich.
The oldest pub in Norwich, probably going back to what, 15th century, do you reckon?
No, it's about 800 years old.
800 years old, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really old. And it's quite a small little place. I don't know much about it. As far as I know, there's a haunting of a woman, that's all I know, but there you go. Tina, what would you like to tell us about this pub?
Well, I've lived in Norwich all my life, and that is one of the oldest pubs in Norwich, so it's got many hauntings, not just one.
Yeah.
And we tried to do it a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? But it was just the energy was too flat.
And there was you got a lot of spirits, random spirits
through.
coming through from the Peasants' Revolt, Ketts Rebellion. A lot of stuff coming through, but we've been able to come into the car park today, park up really close, and hopefully we'll get something a little bit more connected with the pub. Over to you.
Well, I was tuned in while you were
Jabbering.
And I saw a man standing here.
Okay.
But he's like a beggar.
Oh.
He's all dressed in rags, so I don't know if he's connected to the pub. Yeah, he's just, he's all tatty clothes and dirty faced and beard. I think he was just a beggar, and he might have died around here.
Are you able to connect with him, Tina?
Okay. Would you like to... Anyone here would you like to come in and connect with me in this time and space? We're not here to harm you in any way. We're here to help and move you on if you want to. Okay, so can you connect to me and tell me your name, please? He's just standing there looking.
Is he?
Okay. Have you got a name, please, that you can give to me? I just keep getting German.
Okay.
Right, so in the name, is it? So, is he German? Was he... Hang on, there was some German soldiers.
There were some German mercenaries that came over at Ketts Rebellion to suppress the peasants.
That's right, but why is he all raggedy? Maybe he's been through a battle.
Or maybe... Does he look like he's been through battle, Tina, or does he look
pretty rough,
he's been left behind?
He might have been left behind, but he definitely got killed around here.
Okay.
So.
Let's see if we can connect with him, Tina. See if he'll come through. The king had brought these Germans over, German mercenaries, to quell this rebellion. So he may be one of them.
Well, I'm getting the name France. Or
Francois?
France with a Z. F-R-A-N-Z.
Oh, France.
Friends, yeah.
France.
France. Anyway, so he's shown me his name. And yes, he was a soldier.
Wow.
The reason he's looking like he is because he was killed and he had all his stuff taken off him, a helmet.
Oh, he was robbed as well.
Robbed, yeah, so it's just his underclothes really that he's left in. Wow, didn't expect that, did we?
No. Well, we knew the Ketts Rebellion that took place here, all around here.
Yes, it did, and they actually fought around this pub and area.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, he was one of the mercenaries who came over during Henry the Sixth time. Yeah, Henry the Sixth time. Edward the Sixth time. Sorry.
Okay.
Henry said, but that's not that Henry. Okay, Henry VIII was. It happened around when Henry VIII's son, Edward the Sixth, was on the throne.
Right. So, are we talking about the Ketts Rebellion?
We're talking about the Ketts Rebellion, yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about 1540s, that sort of area.
Okay.
Okay, so he was killed and he had all his stuff taken off him, and that's probably why he's hanging around, or he just didn't realise he was dead. Hang on, let me tune into him. Okay, so what I'm seeing is actually his underclothing that he would have wore underneath the armour, or whatever they wore, the uniform they had on. Okay. And he did have a bed anyway, so France.
Yeah.
Which
is German first name, I'd imagine.
So, can you tell me why you are still here? What happened while you are still here? Right, so this is what he's telling me, okay? He's telling me that he was abandoned by his other colleagues, and, they could have got him, and, they didn't, they left him behind.
Right.
So they all ran off,
Okay.
But they were victorious in the end.
Yes.
But when the fighting first started, okay, they weren't. They were the minority, okay?
Right.
and he was abandoned by his friends, and he was such a, you know, like a proper soldier would be, or a mercenary. Okay.
Yeah.
He was just gobsmacked that he was left behind, to be honest. And he probably does help with the pub there because there's loads of spirits and they all sort of connect.
Okay.
But yeah, how you killed him? He was jumped on and stabbed loads of times.
Oh, was he?
Whoa.
So was it like a lot of men jumped him?
Yeah, there was a lot of men, you know, they were just grabbing him and just, you know, using daggers. I can see daggers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, and then he stripped of all his clothes and, you know, weapons and everything, and just left to die.
And was it around here, around this
telling me
pub?
about the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in this area. I mean, this
Yeah.
didn't change at all. Only that side.
No, that's
That's
right.
why the river's not changed much. This side was changed.
Yeah.
All the, you know,
Well, the river actually lies to the other side of you and behind you, Tina.
yeah, he's
because
telling me
we're on a
about the river
bend.
that he was chucked in the river.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was chucked in the river. You know, his body was chucked in the river.
Yeah.
Okay, so his body has not been buried. And they recently found bones in the river, so that might be part of that.
Could have been there. It could have been a lot of people thrown in there. There was a
There
lot
was
of
a lot
people
of people
died.
thrown in the river around that time,
Yeah.
so that's how he went, okay?
Yeah.
So he was chucked in the river. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Hay fever season. Hay fever season.
Okay, well, not quite, but yeah.
And yeah, that's how he went.
And so how did you end up over here then? He's from, I'm assuming
Yeah,
he's from Germany.
Yeah, and they were recruited by the Crown, okay? The Crown, which means our
England.
royalty, yeah.
Yeah.
Recruited by the Crown because at one point, during the rebellion, Robert Ketts was winning,
Yes.
okay? They were storming the city,
Yes.
okay? And so they couldn't control it, so they had to recruit some
But that would have taken some time to get the mercenaries over. But this battle did take some time. It wasn't a 2 or 3 day effect. Battle, was
Oh,
it?
no,
Tina?
it was
It went on for
about
weeks.
6 weeks, I think.
Right. So it would have been possible to have got organised a mercenary army.
Yes, they would have sent the best rider over to front,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then just brought them
So
over.
he was.
And they were paid quite a bit, because I'm asking him why did he do it. He said the pay was so good.
Good. Yeah.
You know, they're paying gold coins. So
Right.
he's telling me. So we had all that stripped from him as well.
Yes.
And yeah, so he's just left behind, and he felt betrayed and angry about it. So
How old was he, Tina?
36.
And what was his surname?
What's his surname? Hurst.
Franz Hurst.
Hertz. Yeah. Hertz.
And what was he trained as a soldier? What was his speciality, or did he have one? It was just a
We were trained in everything.
right.
To be honest, every weapon. We were thoroughly high Germans, you know.
Yeah.
They were really proficient, highly trained, and had aggression as well, you know, to keep going. But unfortunately, he was separated somehow. He suddenly separated and then he got jumped on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was in a small group going forward, presumably.
Well, they were leading it, and the other soldiers, you know, the Crown soldiers were leading it. To be honest, these were the ones.
The Germans were leading the attack.
Yeah.
They were
That's
the
what
best.
he's telling me.
Yeah. And how many Germans came over then to do this?
Well, they came in groups, but he said there was 100 in his group.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You don't know. They came in groups. They didn't all come together. You know, they came over in ships.
And how did he feel as a mercenary doing this? Because at the end of the day,
I didn't feel anything.
Right.
I'm a mercenary.
Because it was a peasants' revolt. It was people fighting for land, or fighting to retain their own boundaries. It was a pretty noble
He weren't trying to
cause.
train. He said
He didn't care.
No. It's not he didn't care. He didn't have no empathy because
Right.
he was a mercenary,
Yeah.
a trained killer.
Yeah. Was he
Okay.
married then or
So he
anything
couldn't
like
be a
that?
trained killer.
No, and care.
And
These
care.
other monkeys. Yeah.
Was he married? Were you married?
Yeah.
Yes.
Children?
One son.
Was his father in the military?
Yes. Yes, he was.
And what was life like in Germany in that time period?
better than in England, is what you're saying.
Oh, right.
But then again, he came when it was all
Well,
chaos.
you know, let's be honest,
Yeah.
it was a peasants' revolt, so it couldn't get much
Better
worse.
than in England, because that's his home.
Does he
He's saying
walk-
something about the Black Forest. Is there a place called the Black Forest?
Yeah, in Germany.
That's where he lived near
Oh,
there.
okay.
That's the part of the region he came from, the Black
Right.
Forest.
Well, that's supposed to be really beautiful out there. I've
Yeah,
never
that's what he
been
said.
before.
He said that's what he said.
Stunning.
He showed me this lovely
Yeah.
picture of this beautiful place, you know, woods and trees and forests
Yeah.
and green hills, and coming to England was a bit of a, you know.
A bit of a letdown.
Well, they came straight here. They didn't sort of stop on the way, you know. They just came straight here to fight.
Where did
Obviously,
he come in then? What was the port he came in on?
Thames Estuary.
Thames Estuary. So he came in through. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And then what? Then he made his. How did he make his way up here to Norwich?
I can see rivers, so he was on boats some of the time, and the other time they were walking,
Hmm.
you know. And
Okay.
then sometimes they had horses, so it's a bit of a mixture, really.
Right. Just anyway, just
Yeah,
to get up
yeah.
here. Does he haunt this place
Obviously, he does down because I'm going to talk to him.
as in a ghost fashion? Does
Yeah,
he
he does try and make his presence known. Yes, he does.
And has
He's
he-
still angry that he got
left behind? That's
left
what's holding him
behind.
here.
and stripped of all his worldly goods. You
Yeah.
know, because in Germany they'd buried him in the grave, whatever. You know.
Yeah, he had a
But-
proper
but, yeah.
military
Yeah, he got
almost.
thrown in the river. I could see him being thrown in the river.
So it's just like throwing rubbish away,
Yeah,
really, wasn't
yeah.
it? And
So
he.
yeah, he's got a lot of pride, obviously.
Yeah.
And efficiency because they were German. Even back then, you know.
Yes.
They were a proud race because you know. These mercenaries didn't just come to England. They went all over.
Yeah.
I can see them fighting in like I don't know where it's Syria or something like that as well. You know, they just
Oh, really? They were
Yeah.
seriously for sale then.
he done it for the money.
What was life like for him in Germany?
Good.
Good life.
Good. You just keep saying good. Good and Taden.
And did he have children, Tina?
Yeah, one son.
One son. Okay.
Okay, so
Is there anything
we've
else
got a lot to get through. So shall we?
Yeah. Is there anything else he'd like to tell us about his time over here?
I
What
wish he
struck
never
him?
come, to be honest. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously it ended in his death, but
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of poor people.
And what was he getting paid for to do this then, Tina?
Gold coins,
Yeah.
but straight from the treasury.
Right. No shortage of money there then.
No.
And we're talking about the English.
Well, you've got to remember, this
treasury.
is the crown against the peasants. But
Absolutely.
like it is today with the
No
government.
money
this is the
shortage there,
crown.
is it, Tina?
And they well, actually we've done Robert and William Ketts,
Yes, we have.
but we can't put it out yet because it's in the book.
Yes.
Their story is really touching, isn't it, Michael?
It is an incredible story, and here we are at the other side of the conflict.
Yes.
We've seen it from a mercenary point of view, which, to be honest, is a very cold and clinical
They have
aspect,
to be. That's what
viewpoint.
he said. They had to be. They
Yeah.
had to be. But
Yes.
he's obviously stuck here, so he's probably in regret.
Yeah, I think this is the first person we've come across who was on the other side of the Ketts
Yes,
revolt.
which is nice.
Yeah, we've come across an awful lot who are the victims
Peasants,
of
yeah.
the
Well, that's because that's what we were tuning
the
into.
church
weren't
and the king, and they come off worse, seriously worse. So this is another side to the whole Ketts rebellion.
he's saying France.
Yeah,
If it weren't for us, they wouldn't have. You know, they do believe these German soldiers that they are the reason why that was squashed so quickly.
yes.
Because that was squashed very quickly.
Well, my understanding about it, there's literally thousands of mercenaries that came over.
Well, he came over with 100 in a boat, so you know he's just telling me,
Mm.
you know, you can't get 1,000 bloody mercenaries on a boat.
No,
can you?
no,
Not that
no,
time anyway.
no.
So he came over with 100. They came in hundreds, you know,
Yeah,
because that's a nice round figure. They were very still proficient like they are today back then.
yes.
That's only through what happened to the Second World War that, you know, but then they even got back to, you know, they were very, I don't know, I can't even explain it, but anyone who's met a German, and not putting Germans down because we love Germans, we love people in the world,
Yeah.
but anyone who's met a German will know they're very
efficient,
Efficient,
and
and
they're
that's the
very
word, yeah.
clinical is the other word I would have
Yes,
used.
yes.
Yeah, in their approach to
yeah,
life.
Yeah. And they were very, you know,
Precise.
precise, that's the word I was looking for
Oh,
another.
right. I'm like
word.
reading your mind here, Tina.
They were very you know, they knew exactly what they had to do. They didn't have to talk to each other. They knew how to get on with
Really?
it.
They were a little bit like the Romans then. They were
But,
highly
yeah.
efficient.
Yes. Yeah. A very strong sort of killing machine, if you like. Maybe that's the wrong word.
And would you like to go over, Tina?
Well, I think we'd better let him
I
over,
think
to
you
be
should
honest.
go over.
Well, if he wants to.
Yeah, so
He might not
fly up
believe.
to France.
He's talking to me. I thought he was a beggar at first, but
Yeah.
that weren't it.
But that's the thing with when you're doing readings, you're going in almost blind and looking through a very
and I got a
cloudy
German,
veil.
and I thought, oh my God.
That can't. Yeah, you think to yourself, that can't be right. But we did know there was some
But we
German
did know that because
mercenaries.
we'd done the Ketts
Yeah.
Rebellion, didn't we?
And it
Okay.
does give us a really good time frame as well.
Yeah.
And this pub was here then.
Yes.
Can you ask Francis if this
This
pub was here?
It's been 800 years. That was only 500 years ago.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, yeah.
So it was already 300 years, that was.
Yeah.
That might have changed a little bit in its outlook, but there was always an inn here.
Yeah.
You know, because that was the
Okay.
cathedral, and people would come to the cathedral, and they'd come here, and there'd be stable blocks, and they could put the horses there, and they'd have a stay at the inn.
And how long was Franz here for, Tina, in Norwich?
Oh.
Just wondering how long he was based here.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And had you seen much fighting in that 3 weeks? Or was this...
Well, he came after the rebellion had already started.
Yeah,
so,
that's right, yeah.
So there was always skirmishes and that, but they really did take over the Ketts rebellion, okay? They took over the whole city,
Yeah.
and everyone was scared, and the crown said, well, we can't have this, because we've got to squash this one, because if that goes anywhere else,
Well, actually, there was several around about the same time. They'd
Yes,
even gone on in Cornwall,
Yeah.
hadn't they?
Yeah, but they would do anything to squash it.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
even paying through the nose, which
Yes.
would have been a lot of money to pay for these mercenaries.
Yeah, but it's
Come
more
over,
important to squash
but they were like
a peasant's
yeah.
revolt.
Because of the repercussions, if they didn't squash it, Michael,
Yeah,
that would have spread.
yes.
And then the only revolt has been around in Norfolk.
No. No.
Anyway,
If you'd like to go over, Tina.
sorry.
Sorry, Franz, we
We're
did.
rude. How rude. Okay, so would you like to go over, Franz? I'm not spelling it right, you tell me. Not saying it
Not
right.
saying it right. France.
Franz.
Okay.
Would you like to go over and leave this place? And go with your loved ones. He's looking for a sword. You don't need to have it. I want a sword with me. You don't need to have it. Where you're going.
Those days are over now. He doesn't need
Where
that.
you're going, my lovely. Where you're going, you do not need a sword. You do not. There will be no fighting. You will just be living in peace, joy, and bliss. But how can I? I kill people. That's what he said. In a German accent. But you are forgiven, and you must forgive yourself. It's part of life. You're always forgiven in heaven. He's now, knelt down and put his hands together. He's now praying.
Was he a Christian person, Tina?
Yes, sort of.
Yeah.
In a German way. Not saying anything against the Germans. Or what I meant is, they had their own churches and stuff and everything. Okay, right, so he's ready to go. Now up that tree there.
Okay.
I can see some light coming in, so we'll try that. Okay, friends. If you'd like to look up. Now I can see him in his full uniform. Metal. His armour, sort of like armour.
And what does he look like, Tina? Describe what he's wearing.
Right, so he's got sort of like an armour, but a thin one, not a proper big one,
Yeah.
It's mostly chainmail, to be honest, chainmail.
Yeah.
And chainmail sort of, and he's got a belt, and he's got this tabard, and I'm seeing the colours green and red.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Is any emblems on his tabard? Any?
Yeah, like a dragon. Like
Okay.
a dragon up, maybe a griffin. Something
Okay.
like that, okay. Maybe a griffin. But some sort of, animal, what they would have used as, like, look at us, we're strong, we've got dragon energy, or we can,
I wonder if it was the flag that they used. Oh, that was an eagle, wasn't it? Sorry.
That was during the war, Michael. I don't think they had it back
I
then.
just wondered if it went back that far.
That wasn't it. That was a Roman thing. Okay. They took that from the Romans. Anyway, he's standing waiting patiently waiting for him. Look up. Yeah, he's in his full regalia now. It's like, yeah, complete swap round. And I wonder why that happens. I don't know. I don't
We've
know
had
why
that before,
happens,
haven't
but
we?
We had it before. They changed.
They changed into the finery.
Yeah, where they look their best, you know?
Yeah.
And he's a soldier, and you feel like you look his best. So this is what he's chosen to go over with.
And a lot of these spirits look ghastly, don't they, Tina, when they've been earthbound?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, he did. Anyway. It's all opened up waiting for him, so I'm going to get him over. Okay, so I can see a few illuminated figures at the moment. And the light is coming down, enveloping around his body. And he's just looking up. He's just literally looking straight up, so he's giving to it. There is parents there, wife, children, lots of people. And I'm seeing, and you say, I keep saying you're your own heaven, and what I'm seeing is a literally forest area.
Okay.
Right, with little cottages and stuff, so it's really beautiful.
So he's gone home. That's what he's done, hasn't he?
You go to your heaven, your own heaven. Oh, and they're all embracing him, there's lots of hugs and kisses and which is lovely. Turn around, thank you. They always do that. I'm always amazed at every single spirit.
They don't forget, do they?
Say thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
And he's hugging, like he's hugging his, I think it's his mum and dad, you know, he's hugging them like that. He's standing there looking. Gone.
Wow. Good one.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because when you first said, oh, we've got an old tramp or whatever, and you think, a beggar, yeah, you think, oh, okay, this is going to be a limited story, but you not that we judge or anything like that.
No.
Or anything at all, but you think limited story, but
Always
always surprises.
surprises.
Absolutely, we've had some of the best stories that have come
mental, wasn't
through,
it?
but we weren't. Well, when
Last
have
thing
we
I
ever
was
got anything
expecting
right?
was a German mercenary
Yeah,
soldier.
from the Ketts rebellion,
Right,
but
okay.
that's
So what
incredible.
we'll do, we'll close this one down and then,
Okay, so what have we got to do, Tina?
oh, please like, subscribe, and share or comment if you'd like to.
Okay.
Thank you for watching us.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. It was a
Thank you.
fantastic one for us. And onward and upward. Okay,
Thank
guys,
you.
catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.